I don't know, we're not really musicians in some regard. We're more, I don't know, we're what are we? I don't think we have the musician ego. We have we're more like theater kids or something. We're kind of just nerdy and, yeah. And then like, you were like a band kid or something.
I was in band, but I was never a bando.
Yeah, you was a bando.
I played trombone for 9 years. I never touched it after high school.
Steve's actually more of a musician than any of the musicians.
I've had more musical training than anybody in the band, but I am the least musically inclined.
Sometimes when you fart, music comes out. And that's where we get all of our tunes. Just checking how we're doing. Okay, and then we got on a plane and we came here and we sat in a hotel, put makeup on at 7 in the morning, and walked over here and people were singing. And
who was at the show last night?
Oh, that sounded cool. Let's do that again. How many of you were at the show last night? Yeah, I love that echo.
All right, only left-handed people. How many left-handed people were at the show last night?
How many right-handed people? Yeah!
All of us are right-handed, right?
Except for Chelsea. Chelsea is left-handed.
She doesn't count.
I suppose so. They're not here, so why? Don't tell her that people with left hands aren't people. We have a show tonight at 9. Yeah, you get double here at Anime Midwest. What songs do you want to hear? Because we're probably not playing them. Yeah, you can ask at the Q&A. That's what we.
Rust and Bees.
Maybe we're gonna try to shoot some more I'll Rust with You stuff. So most of the other stuff is cut out because we have the songs that you probably were expecting here last night. You'll hear tonight. Except those because, well, for one, Brass Goggles became such an instrumental piece. It just felt it needed to be reinvented before we brought it back. You know, the album version is it's very plain. There's not a lot going on, and it got very like big with Mike and Matt, and to take all that and try to do something similar, it just felt like that's not a good priority. No, the song would be less because there's only 3 people on stage. We'd have to basically do a brand new recording from scratch, I think, and we'd have to figure out how we can play that live. So I think let's let some years go by and then we'll bring it back. Plus, there's tons of videos of it, so let's not consider that.
We'll just play a video before the show.
Oh yeah. Eventually, we're just gonna sit on stage in lawn chairs and we're gonna. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, it's stereo. It's the Spider-Man for obvious reasons. There's ways that we thought about doing it, but if you really don't have a banjo player in a song about a magic banjo, we could probably make it work. But I think you gotta wait some time. Let the wounds heal. Not to sell Mike short, Just like how we could totally perform Juju Magic if we wanted to. I really love the song. It would be fun to perform, but out of respect to John, it's like, let's just keep it the way it was so people don't say, it was better when John was singing. Okay when it's our own song. Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's fun to do new things. Yeah, and we have so many new songs, it's kind of like, which ones are going to get the cut, It's like, well, we like them all, so let's talk about some of upcoming projects that we can't talk about. So there's Project A and Project B, and C and D. Which one do you not want to talk about? I have no idea what the labels are. Okay, so our next album that we announced is called Vice Quadrant, The Vice Quadrant. So it's a space album. I still want the subtitle, and this is not for sure, but I'm pitching it at the Steam Powered Giraffe, The Vice Quadrant, a space opera. Maybe that's just too much. Maybe it's a little David Bowie too much. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe appropriate. Maybe it might be. We'll see. So that's coming along, but we might have to delay it because of Project B, which we can't talk about.
Oh.
It's really cool. When we are able to announce it, You're all gonna shake your pants.
Yay.
So just imagine what that would be. And then poop. Well, I think we're around long enough that we're finally being able to do like stuff that we only dreamed of. And it's exciting. We're in an exciting time. So yeah. We just wish we had more time. Yeah. Yeah.
Turn back the clock.
Well, right now, you really want us to start the whole thing over?
Well, in 2008, dead-end job, data entry. I just keep seeing the fox over there. It's so adorable. Hi, fox. And it's SPG colors. Come on. Well, white's not the SPG color, except I guess the majority of us are white. Except Steve and Carolina. Come on. And Sam, he's ginger. That's not really. No comment. Let's talk about the Steam Power Giraffe comic. So, I haven't done much with it. You've seen me like drawn. If you watch my live streams, I've been drawing the same page for like a month. And the sad fact is that I'm just way too busy. Hopefully that changes. When I was streaming last night, I was hoping to get it done so I could give it to Gabby, but I got called, by a convention and I had to take care of business, so I just stopped. And that's really what happens. And it's kind of depressing, but at the same time, I'm forwarding the act, so it's like the comic doesn't really give us money yet, but it's very entertaining and kind of a personal project. So when we have the free time, we do get a lot done. I mean, we were able to turn out a bunch in about 2 weeks. It's been pretty consistent since January, so since we've had the kind of the warning in the beginning, like we're only going to update when we have the time. Hopefully forgive me, but we're working on it, and it's coming along pretty well. Yeah, it's definitely something that has a end point. So it starts and ends. It's not something that's like we're making up on the fly. We already know that generally know where it's going, and it's gonna be great when we finally finish it and there's like a hard copy of it. What's exciting is that it's not finished yet, so there's always something to look forward to, and it's like engaging. Right? Yeah. Once it's done, it's like we get to sell the comic book, but it's like right now it's exciting because you don't know what's gonna happen and how are people gonna react to each page, and it's been really fun to have that kind of feedback and response and see people get excited about this stuff that nobody really cared about a few years ago. So I mean, it's great that the fan community has evolved to actually care about the silly lore, hiding in the backstory. It's true, yeah. I mean, the act also, I guess, kind of with our live shows, someone who just only digests their live shows probably would be kind of confused with all the backstory stuff, because none of that plays into our live show. Ever, almost. Some of it does, but it allows casual viewers to enjoy the act without having to know all the ins and outs of each character, and that's good because we like the mass appeal of that, so we can appeal to ages. Yeah, I mean it's 1 to 99. You can just keep going like if you like the live show, there's not a whole lot there. It's not too confusing to look at, but if you want to delve deeper, all that information is there. It's not vital. But hopefully it makes the experience that much more special, that all that information is there, that we have in our minds how the robot works, and, just their history. When you get on stage, it just makes all the difference when you have all that information to draw from. It's probably the one thing that we've stayed consistent on throughout the years, is that divide between live shows and the lore. Basically making it digestible to anyone. I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. We don't go out there with talking about references that you need to know to enjoy the act. Like, oh, remember that one time I did that? And then everything's an inside joke, and you just have to be a fan and know everything to enjoy the act. We don't like that, because I wouldn't like going to a show of something that I want to get into and feeling ostracized. Like, no, I should feel like the robots are actually entertaining a new audience every time. It's fun like that. Let's talk about. I'm writing a book. It's written because it's very short. It's like a children's book. Kind of, like it's appropriate for kids, but it's still kind of dark. It's really funny. It's really funny. Well, as dark as Steam Power Giraffe is. It's weird. I think we're gonna sell it digitally. I'm hoping to plow it out in the next